So in this question it is given that three identical bodies of mass m are located at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side L. They revolve under the effect of mutual gravitational force in a circular orbit circumscribing the triangle while preserving the equilateral triangle. Their orbital velocity is. So in this question it is given that three masses are kept at the vertices of an equilateral triangle, and take it as each mass is equal to nothing but m. Now this we can take it as nothing but the centroid of this triangle. So this mass, if you are considering any mass, so this mass is going to attract this one with a force, let's say that is equal to F, and this mass is going to attract this one with the same force, let's say that is equal to F, because we know that the distance between these two masses is same and the magnitude of their masses is same. So we can find out what about the value of net force which is acting towards the center of this triangle or towards the centroid. So as we know that it is an equilateral triangle, so this angle is going to be, this total angle is going to be 60 degree. So this angle is going to be nothing but 30 degree. So we can find out the component of force along this direction. So this is going to be F cos 30. F cos 30 is, we know that it is cos 30 is root 3 divided by 2. Like that, component of other force is also acting in the same direction. So the net force acting along this direction, we can take it as nothing but 2F into root 3 by 2, or which we can take it as in terms of F, that is equal to F into root 3. Now this force is going to behave like a centripetal force. So like that, in this mass also there is a force acting toward the center, on this mass also there is a force acting toward the center. So we can say that due to all these masses, there is a net force acting on all these masses towards the centroid. So this system is going to rotate in a circle of radius r in such a way that, let's say this is moving with the velocity v. So the centripetal force, so whenever a particle is in circular motion, for circular motion centripetal force is required. Over here the centripetal force is going to provided by the gravitational force of attraction. So our aim is to find out what about the velocity with which it is moving. So we can write the centripetal force mv square divided by r is going to provided by the gravitational force, that is nothing but F into root 3. So let's see how to find out the value of this F. So for the calculation of force, we can just consider that there is a mass m over here and another mass m over here. There is a force of attraction between these two masses, let's say that is equal to F, and distance between these two masses we can take it as nothing but L. So the force can be written as nothing but G into m1 m2, that is m into m square divided by distance between these two forces, these two masses, is nothing but L. So we can write that is Gm m square divided by L square. So we can just put this value over here for the calculation of this force. So that is F into root 3. So the value of the centrifugal force or centripetal force mv square by r is going to be Gm square divided by L square into root 3. Now we can find out what about the value of this radius r over here. As we discussed that it is going to move in a circle of radius r. So this is going to be the radius of circle, that is a distance from one of the corner to the centroid of triangle. So if the length of this side, if you are taking it as nothing but L, so you might be knowing the relation between distance r and this L, that is r is equal to L divided by root 3. Just remember this equation, that is distance from any corner to centroid of triangle is L divided by root 3, where L is side of one side of a triangle. So we can put this value over here for r. So we can modify this equation as mv square divided by, instead of r we can write it as L divided by root 3, which is equal to G into m square divided by L square into root 3. So we can say that this is equal to mv square divided by L into, this root 3 will reach over here, that is equal to gm square into root 3 divided by L square. So we can cancel this L and this L, this M and this M. So we can write the value of V, and even we can cancel this root 3 and this root 3. So I'll get the value of this V is equal to under root of gm divided by L. So this will be the value of velocity with which each particle is moving.